Most people assume that getting a decent look at the microscopic world requires dropping a small fortune on lab-grade gear that takes up half a desk. But then you run into something like this little setup from MicroMarvels, and it makes you wonder why we ever thought that. Right out of the box, the first thing that hits you is how light this thing is. It's mostly plastic, which might sound a bit cheap at first, but it actually makes it incredibly easy to move from the kitchen table to a backyard project without feeling like you're lugging around a piece of heavy machinery. The circular stage is a clever touch too. It's a small design choice, but it saves you from those annoying sharp corners that always seem to catch your sleeve or bump into things when you're trying to focus. Now about that magnification. It claims to hit 2000x, and while you can technically get there by stacking the Barlow lens with the higher power eyepieces, let's be real, the sweet spot is usually a bit lower. Once you push past the 1000x mark, things get a little tricky to keep in focus, which is pretty standard for this price point. But for looking at the prepped slides included in the kit, the clarity is genuinely impressive. The coaxial focus knobs are smooth enough that you aren't constantly fighting the mechanism to get a sharp image, which is a huge relief if you're just starting out. The kit itself is surprisingly generous. Having a stack of blank slides and cover slips ready to go means you aren't just looking at what they give you. You're actually encouraged to go find your own pond water or onion skins to investigate. The phone adapter is a nice addition, though it does take a bit of patience to line up the camera lens perfectly with the eyepiece. It's not a professional setup, and you'll definitely notice the plastic build if you're used to heavy metal microscopes. But for a home education tool or a hobbyist just getting their feet wet, it hits a really solid balance. It's not perfect, the light source could be a bit more diffused, but for the price, it's hard to argue with the value. If you're looking for a way to get kids interested in science, or just want a fun way to kill an afternoon looking at the hidden details of everyday objects, this thing is a surprisingly capable little companion.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.